Okay, so a couple of people wanted to know how I was taught to teach to line up a stack. The concept is first to teach them to line up their front feet. And then you teach them to line up their back feet. So instead of teaching them by a hard stack, teach them stay, blah, 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 you want a happy free bait. What I have found that's working really well for me, now Lily knows this, so this is a little easier for her, is I just use a plain board. This is just a 4x2, I guess, on the ground. I don't give it a word. I don't make it a command. I just put the board on the ground. And initially, as soon as she put one foot on it, as soon as she sniffed it, she got rewarded and treated. And then we worked it up from there. So just to give you an idea of how this started, we did this without a lead so that I wasn't luring her. And I just put the board on the ground. No, not that board, that board. And as soon as she put her front feet, yes, girl. Because I work with a clicker, she put one foot on, she'd get a treat. I tell her yes, throw a cookie and to get her out of it. And then she would put her front feet on. And that doesn't count because it's a sit, and sits don't count. As soon as she'd stand, she'd get a treat. So then we raised the criteria, because obviously this is not what we want in the breed ring. So now we want her to balance her body off from me. So I won't give her the treat until she sets up in front of me. Good job. Yes. Nice. Give her a couple of treats. Throw the treat. Now I want her, and obviously we're doing this in fast increments. This would take place over several days, and I do this a little bit every day. I want her to balance off, so I just shift my body so that she learns she needs to shift her body to mine. She lines herself up, make sure her weight is solid on her front end, and she gets a treat. Now I tell her stay, and as long as she stays there, I can back away a little bit. Stay. Good, stay. I can drop my bait hand, she stays. Good, yes. And she goes and gets a treat. So what do you do with those dogs that don't set up their rears? We add a second board so that they start stretching for that rear leg. And it doesn't have to be anything specific kind of board. I use a flatter board. It just seems to be more comfortable for them to reach for initially. And you do the same thing. You teach them to get their back feet on the board, and the reward is the same. Good job. And then reward them off. Lily, we're not done yet, honey. But she doesn't get anything until she gets her back feet on the board. And you'll notice she's going to start stretching and trying to get those feet on the board. Stretch. And now, at this point, I'm going to start giving it a word. Once they're reliably doing what I want, good stand, good stand, I give it a word. And this is the same word I'm going to use in the breed ring. And that's how I start teaching the dogs. Now, I've started dogs fairly young. I have a 4-month-old Malinois that's getting pretty good at this. And Lily wasn't started this way. I don't know if anybody remembers from the 2012 National when she wouldn't stand still on the table. You can do the same thing on the table. Transfer everything you've done here. Just put the boards up on the table and they'll do the same thing. Where's your stretch? Stretch it. Stretch. You're not stretching. Then you don't get anything. So, at any rate, that's how I have started teaching my dogs to get a nice free stock. Hope it helps. Say bye-bye, Lily.